Hello guys, welcome to Africa Gossip Arena. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the trending rumor right now in Nigeria concerning the Biafra Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Nigerian government, and the treatment the Igbo are actually complaining that they are receiving from the military in the eastern part of Nigeria. So guys, keep a lockdown and try to watch this video to the end. And don't forget to drop your opinion on the comment section when you are done watching this video. And don't forget guys that subscription to this channel is actually free. So if this is your first time of seeing this channel, please kindly do well to hit on the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. So guys, in the early hour of yesterday, being the 14th of December 2024, Goldmine TV posted an article about the Biafra in exile Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa on the official Instagram handle, and I quote, "Finnish authorities have taken drastic steps against Simon Ekpa, a controversial figure currently residing in Finland. Following a court order, Finland freed Simon Ekpa assets, placed him in the toughest prison. Finnish authorities have frozen the assets of Simon Ekpa, the self-proclaimed Biafra agitator. Ekpa, who is facing allegations of terrorism-related activities, has been detained for several weeks." Sahara Reporter reports that the Finnish government have also frozen the assets of companies associated with Simon Ekpa and 4 of his accomplices, who are also remanded in prison. According to the report, a local newspaper yet confirmed that development further stated that Ekpa is being held in Kylmaskiki, KLYMAKOSKI prison, which is reputed to be one of the world's toughest prisons. KLYMAKOSKI prison is a high security facility and is located in Akai, Finland. And although guys, a lot of complaints are becoming about some Igbo indigenous people of Biafra, according to how they are claimed to be, that the treatment they are receiving from the military in Nigeria is getting out of hand in the southeast part of the country, due to the point that a lot of sit-at-home have been going on in the Igbo part of Nigeria, in which they have been engaging in the battle with the military, having different kind of encounter every day with the military. So they have come out this time to speak about how the military are maltreating them in their own land, in which you are going to be seeing people's reaction in this video. So keep a lockdown and try to watch this video to the end and see what people are actually reacting right now about the military treatment to the Biafran in the eastern part of Nigeria.
Yes, good evening, my wonderful brothers and sisters. I heard a news that Sahara Reporter is reporting that Simon Ekpa has been taken to one of the most secured prisons in Finland, which is a bloody lie. I came here to debunk that lie again, that Nigerians know what they're doing. They are avoiding to come to the ICC. What they are doing is to disorganize our mind. In their mind, they know we are now strongly united. They thought by doing all these, they are playing all these their games, we will be divided. Don't be divided, be strong. And our men on ground, what they are trying to do is for you people to give up. Don't give up. Fight them ruthlessly. Anywhere you see them in our land, anywhere, fight them ruthlessly. They are evil. Look at what they are saying today, that the Finnish authority has seized Simon Ekpa's assets. What asset does Simon Ekpa has? Where? They don't know what is coming. If they do, they will stop this, their propaganda. Be strong. Know that we are fighting these people that are very confused. They are sued in ICC. Let them come to ICC to defend themselves. Nigerians, I'm coming to debunk more lies that is coming from Nigerian media. And from Nigerians, not Nigerian media, the Nigerian government. The Nigerian government, because the ICC is pushing for them to come over and defend the terrorism attacks, the terrorism charges against Mazi Simon Ekpa. What they did was to drop terrorism charges. They dropped that charges of Simon Ekpa being a terrorist. Now, the charges that they now said that is what they will concentrate on. From Nigeria, or they are speaking from Nigeria. For those of you who will come and say, why are we talking from abroad? From Nigeria. And the same Nigerian government they don't want to come to Finland to come and face these things with their lawyers. But I thought by now they would have been in Finland with their lawyers and with their documentation evidences and, proof. Now, what they are bringing forward again is cyber incitement. Ekpa, the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has now sued the Nigerian government in ICC. The charges of terrorism has been dropped by the Nigerian state, and now what they are bringing forward to Finland is now the cyber incitement to his followers and to the citizens of his country and to the terrorists. And you are still calling us terrorists, though. He's still calling the people terrorists. The terrorist army that he's using to carry out his attacks. Now, they have dropped the terrorism attack, the charges, They dropped the terrorism charges against Simon Ekpa. And now what they are now bringing forward is cyber incitement. Nigeria, you people are mad, completely mad. Nigerian government, you are completely mad. How can you drop terrorism charges? Because now they are asking you people to come to Finland and to go to ICC to prove these things. And now all of a sudden you are dropping the charges. You are dropping charges of terrorism. But you said this man was a terrorist. You said he's a terrorist. And you are dropping the charges from Nigeria. You didn't even come here to explain how these things came about. And you know what? The Finland, look at what the Finland said. Up till now, we have not found Ekpa guilty of any offense or crime, but we are still under investigation to investigate everything that the Nigerian state brought against the Finnish citizen, who is Simon Ekpa. We are still under investigation to investigate all these things. And do you know what? If at the end of all this investigation, because I know the cyber incitement as well will be dropped, they didn't find Simon Ekpa guilty of all these charges, Nigeria will face a lot of sanctions. I can beat my chest to that. And let me continue to debunk the lies that Simon Ekpa is arrested. Simon Ekpa was never arrested. I can beat my chest to that and tell you he was never arrested. Simon Ekpa was invited. Simon Ekpa drove himself to the Finnish authority police station to answer questions, and up to today is still submitting evidences against Nigerian state. And they are here fooling you people, fooling the Nigerian citizens that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. They thought this was Nigeria. They thought by, making all these frivolous allegations against Simon Ekpa, that by now Simon Ekpa would have been thrown in jail. This is what people are suffering in Nigeria, including Nnamdi Kanu. Innocent citizens are in prison for doing nothing. They will catch you maybe because you didn't give them money. Because Nigerian police are very corrupt. Nigerian armies are the most corrupt thing in the world today. Nigerian police and militaries and paramilitaries are the most corrupt human being on earth today. They thought when they catch you, if they ask you for money, you don't give them money, the next thing they will do is to buy you, put gun in front of you and label you a terrorist, a criminal, a thief. But do you know that all the crime that they've been committing in the southeast is playing out in Finland? And they sit and they don't want, and they know they don't want, that's why they don't want to come to Finland. Musa is sued in ICC with all his frivolous charges. Now you are dropping terrorism charges against Mazi Simon Ekpa. I'm now saying that he's inciting with his account. That is inciting his people on social media. Nigeria is gone. I'm telling you, Nigeria, after this war, this fight that you entered with Simon Ekpa, because you people are no longer writing anything meaningful to Nigeria. They're just confused. Tell them the truth and let them know where they're standing. And I'm very happy with what I'm seeing today. Go to the internet and check it. It is there. It's not me making this up. one Nigerianness. Look at your country. After all, hey, the terrorist, you now realize that we have, done our convention, have our independence. More countries are going to recognize us very soon. And now you are now turning back and saying, oh, Simon Ekpa is no more a terrorist. That is inciting us via his social media handle. People that wants to be free from the shackles of Nigerian bondage, chains. And that is why you call us a terrorist. And we have proven to Finland that we are not terrorists. Because any Igbo man, one Igbo man that the government of Nigeria calls terrorists, by default, all of us are terrorists indeed. Because they are calling the IPOB terrorist organization and terrorist group. And most of you that are here don't even know the meaning of IPOB. IPOB means Indigenous People of Biafra. And that is good. That is why we refuse, and I refuse to be called a terrorist. Because we are freedom fighters, and then we know what they are doing to our land. And we have told Musa to disengage all his soldiers from our land. Because we've reported you again to ICC. I might be speaking from this very angle. You don't know what we are. You don't know who we are. You don't know what we are doing. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage our men on ground. Be strong. Don't be divided. Just know that there are templates that our chief of staff has put in ground for you people. At every cost, you must protect every citizens of our land. Anywhere you are, be very steadfast. Don't be divided in your mind. Because I know Nigerians will come. The Nigerian state will come. But when they come, you treat them as a criminal that they are, as a terrorist that they are. Because they don't have anything against us. They do not have anything against us. They don't. Don't be divided. Because we know they are trying to demoralize your spirit. The chief of staff has everything in place for you people to be okay. Nothing is going to happen to you. We are here. You must defend our land by every means necessary. By every means necessary. You must defend our land. Happy birthday to one of you that's today is on the 10th. So I remember you said something about your birthday is today, but you're not going to celebrate it. But I'm using this opportunity to tell you happy birthday. What you guys are doing, you get the reward. Don't worry. Please be focused. Whatever is happening in the government for now will be resolved soon. Mazi Simon Ekpa is attending to issues that matters. He's going to be out with an atomic structure. Believe that. Thank you, and may God bless Mazi Simon Ekpa. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless our men on ground, and may God bless our Umuada. Thank you so much. I will see you in the other room. And believe what I said, because that is the truth.
You have arrested Simon Ekpa, please. Your security men are in the Southeast. Is there any time the Igbo say, look, oh, these people, they should not do their work, they should not secure the Southeast? If there is insecurity in the Southeast, then the federal government should be held accountable. Because that was the clamor, Simon Ekpa. And that's why we say, arrest him, detain him, and prosecute him. Let us now see, or know those unknown government in the Southeast, who are they? The federal government should not answer us. All this propaganda is coming home now. If there is any insecurity in the Southeast, the federal government should not tell us who is behind it. Because IPOB have made it categorically clear that they don't kill, they can't kill any Igbo man. So let them go and tell us who is that person in the Southeast that is causing this problem. How can you call somebody unknown government? Remember, it was the federal government that called them unknown government. Because this propaganda now, we are beginning to unravel it. And let them tell us who is now giving them order. Or is this Simon Ekpa in prison? It cannot be Nnamdi Kanu. You and I know that. So who are they acting on their order? So for people to sit.
A communique issued today, 2nd July 2024. By the Southeast Governors Forum. The forum commiserated with the government and people of Abia State, Ebonyi, Imo State, indeed the entire Southeast region and Nigeria, and the family of Ogbonnayanu's family. The people of Ogbonnayanu's family on the demise of His Excellency Dr. Ogbonnaya. The forum received the delegation of the former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, Chief Emeka Anyoko, GCON, and His Royal Majesty Igwe Emeka CFR, the Obi of Onitsha, who came on a solidarity visit to this forum. The forum deliberated on the reviewed reports of the Southeast Security and Economic Summit held in Owerri on the 28th September 2023 and agreed to implement the aspects of the report pertaining to security and economic integration of the region and affirmed its desire to put actionable plans on the key issues agreed. The forum resolved to visit Mr. President to discuss the pressing issues, all pressing issues concerning the Southeast region. The forum also deliberated and resolved to interface with the federal government to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and the meeting adjourned whenever. Thank you. Signed, His Excellency the Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodimma CON. His Excellency Dr. Lex Oti OFR, the Governor of Abia State. His Excellency Professor Chukwuma Soludo CFR, the Governor of Anambra State. His Excellency Right Honorable Francis Winfrey, the Governor of Igbo State. And finally, our host governor, His Excellency Dr. Peter Mba. Thank you all, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much, and thank you viewers for tuning in.
So let's start, with the Southeast Governors meeting. What are your thoughts on their resolve to meet with President Bola Tinubu over Nnamdi Kanu's predicament?
Well, basically, political issues and political prisoners have always been treated in a very different way from the ordinary criminals on the road. When you are in government, you have to display a lot of wisdom in handling political issues. I'll give you an example. United States had already cornered Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, who they accused of leaking some classified document that embarrassed United States. But they also realized that they had to make a balance between free speech, between the freedom of journalists, and trying to bring a journalist to trial. They know that Russia is holding some of their citizens who are journalists, and they are trying to bring espionage charge against them. Knowing this, they know that even if they bring this man to the United States, they will still, face some backlash. They now went through wisdom and did a plea bargain and released this man from jail and allowed him to get back to Australia. Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything that other people from other zones have not done. We know about Sunday Igboho, of the Yoruba nation agitator. We know of the Boko Haram people that say they want a different country where Western education is an abomination. These people have been released. Not just that they have been released. In the case of Boko Haram, they've been re-assimilated to the society, given plum jobs, even in our military. They've been given money and been resuscitated, reconciled, and rehabilitated. Why is Nnamdi Kanu's case different?
From conventions, CNN carried yesterday, where the Western world's European countries' citizens are enthusiastic, and the international airport was agog as they are rushing down to Finland to grace the occasion of the Biafran Convention and the eventual declaration of the restoration of the Biafran sovereignty. Your take on this development?
Oh, well, every
thing about Biafra, everything about Biafran restoration and sovereignty is a good news. And I must say that this one is a good development. I couldn't fight the war in 1967 to 1970. I was just 4 years old when the war broke out. But, you know, I had a bitter experience because I had Kwashiorkor. I was one of the Biafran, Kwashiorkor children. And mine was so severe that my father decided to send me to go to Gabon for the treatment of Kwashiorkor. You know, because Gabon was helping Biafrans to treat children of Kwashiorkor, you know. But fortunately or unfortunately, we got to the airport, say 15 minutes late. The aeroplane to Gabon had left before we got there, and I couldn't go to Gabon. But thank God I didn't die of Kwashiorkor. I'm living today. So when you mention Biafra, you remind me of those painful days when, because I remember how we left Benin City as the war broke out, you know, to my village in Asia community, Ihala LGA of Anambra State, and how we got to the village and how things unveiled, and you know how we escaped many times the bombardment of Nigerian, you know, fighter jets and all of that. Life was so bad then. I remember all of that, you know. So when you mention Biafra, I remember those days of pains. I remember how at the end of the war, 1970, how the money belonging to all Igbos and their Eastern brothers in the banks were confiscated, were seized. And no matter how much money you had in the bank, you were given 20 pounds. And that was so terrible. That was so bad for you to do to a people who suffered pogrom. And you killed over 10 million people, women and children. And then you want them to do what with 20 pounds when they have 10,000 pounds, 100,000 pounds and above. You understand? And today, we had had struggles. At the end of the war, they made promises to, you know, reintegrate Igbos into the Nigerian system. But all that obviously failed. You understand? Because today we can look at the Igbo nation, Igbo land, and we can't find the presence of the federal government of Nigeria in any way. Every good infrastructure that you see there, every good building, every good thing you see there is the Igbo man's personal effort, community effort, and all of that. And so, you see, they give credence to the agitation for Biafran sovereignty, for Igbos and their Eastern brothers to have a place where they can, you know, explore what they have in them and express themselves and become a nation of themselves and have, you know, access to good life and modernity. You understand? So the idea of going to Finland for the declaration is a good one. And it's a welcome development. All I care as an Igbo person, all I care as a Biafran, all I care as an African, all I care as a pastor, all I care as a human being is that people should have comfortable and convenient life wherever they live. And this part of the world is so blessed, enriched with mineral resources, with wealth. And there is no reason, absolutely no reason why our people here should live below $1 per day. There's no reason why we should suffer hunger. There's no reason why we shouldn't have comfortable and convenient life. So people have the right to seek for that opportunity, to seek for that nation, to seek for that political arrangement that will enable them have access to good life. And so if the Easterners say it is Biafra, it is their right.
If anybody is telling you about Biafra, first and foremost, I have been saying it, Chimelechi said it, Ebonyi State will never be part of Biafra. We are not Biafra. We've been so oppressed, and now we are finding our feet, and you want us to go back. We will not.
Igbo politicians, governors and senators that are in a position to change our life, help us bring Biafra, help us actualize Biafra. Welite oku referendum. Welite oku referendum. Just welite go there welite. In Agota, there is no hope for Zujiria. Zujiria is only going backwards. You hear me? Celebrity die. Police no fit do any investigation. No station is willing to do any investigation because they don't collect money. You will not be celebrity. Imagine what thing will happen to you if this kind of situation finds you and you not be celebrity. Nobody know you. I keep telling you, Biafra is the only way forward. But you don't understand that. You understand me? Many zoo. Imagine Igbo politician of one senators and assembly members, governors of one local government chairman of one only they can need your gas to vote. Likely nobody send you. So imagine like you play. No. Celebrate ya koga akokia on gewaji a gas to vote on